friends, it's your girl Cha Cha reporting live from the Money Mantra, and we are back with another Forex education video. I created my channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders. So if that's something that you've been looking to do, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for spending time with me today. I do want to let you know that I have so many playlists and over 350 videos that you can check out, and I try to keep them as organized as possible. However, if you don't see something that you're looking for, just drop me a comment and I will add it to my queue and list of videos to make. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. You guys already know we're going to do a trade breakdown. This is one of the main types of videos I do on this channel, and it pretty much just shows you a trade idea that I took, win, lose, or draw. And I'm going to break down why I got into this trade and show you guys how it actually played out. So I took this trade on February 2nd, 2005, and it was about 7:40 p.m. And we can tell from the timestamp here when I did the analysis. Now, when I was looking at this trade, you can see everything that was on my chart. My indicators don't always stay on my chart, but I do take them on and off depending on what I am looking for. And just to add that additional confirmation, so here we see an EMA, which is the 200 EMA. And we also see two different types of stochastics. One I just like to use with the line, and one I like to use with the area because sometimes it just helps me to see a little bit better. Now for this trade, I recommended a buy stop. And a buy stop is a type of pending order, meaning that if the market is trending up and it continues to go up, my trade will trigger and my TP will still be above that point. I also recommended looking for buy limits at lower levels using a previous low for a stop loss. And then here were other potential take profits or buy stops that could be taken if my initial one was triggered. So let's head over to TradingView and look at what I was looking at when I took this trade. I've already put it in replay mode and we're going to go from here. So we're going to add the 200 EMA back. Now, if you guys don't know, EMA is a really nice trend indicator. It really helps to see what the market has been doing so that you can determine like a better bias as to what you want to do in a trade. For example, you'll notice that when the candles are above the EMA, like here, when the candles are above the EMA, the market tends to trend up versus when the candles start to fall below the EMA, the market starts to trend down. So as we can see from this trade, the market was high above the EMA already, and it had already rejected this previous low. Because if you'll notice, the market is made of levels. Like we have this level and this level. And typically, when a market breaks out of a level, it's going to continue in that direction. So it broke above, and I was expecting it to continue to buy. We also see here on the stochastic, it was facing up. Now, if you know me, I like to use the stochastic very simply, and I'll just go ahead and highlight a few examples there. So let's just say that the stochastic is facing down. Usually when it's facing down, that is a strong indicator for me that the market is also going to be bullish. And I'm just highlighting some examples here where we get that. You'll also notice that if the orange line is on top for the stochastic, like here, like here, like here, right? Like here, that's another bearish sign for the stochastic. And my entry signals for the stochastic are if it crosses above any of these significant levels, like we can see it's done here, I'm going to take the trade for a buy. And if it crosses below any of these significant levels, I'm going to take the trade for a sell. So I have my buy confirmations on the chart, but I didn't want to jump into this trade. I wanted to wait, which is why I set a buy stop. Now, again, a buy stop means if this market is going up And I'll actually add a line so you can see where my entry would have been. My entry would have been 15590. So keep that in mind. And then I have my TPs above if the market were to go in that direction. Now I want to go ahead and hit play and we're going to see what actually happened. And we can see the market got so close, right? And we see the high right here. The market got to 155,880. Thank God it did not actually touch my entry. And that's one of the benefits of pending orders. If it doesn't trigger, it doesn't trigger. But as we can see, this market did not continue to trend up at all. In fact, once it started to consolidate and it broke below that 200 EMA, I knew that the market was not going to go in my favor. So not only did the market not go in my favor, but this market dropped so significantly. I was just like, wow, I was actually completely wrong on this trade, but sometimes we are wrong and we can't always be right. Now, one thing I could have done differently in this trade is if I would have noticed that, and we're just going to put a line here, 7:30 p.m. If I would have noticed that my session was just starting, my Tokyo session, and my market had already hit a high and a low, I would have known to focus on sales instead of focusing on buys. Once you notice that the market has hit a low and a high within the session, you do just want to trade with the trend and not really go against that. So the market was already overbought here, meaning that a sell was coming in soon, coupled with the low already being hit and the high already being hit. These candles here actually show me that the market was in fact going to go down. And sometimes we are wrong. Now I'm actually going to increase the time frame on this, right, so that we can see a little bit better that downtrend that started, that crossover, and I'm just going to hit play so we can see how wrong I actually was. Right, this market dropped, I believe, 200 pips or more, 300, right? Almost 300 pips against 400 pips against what I thought it was going to do. So this trade wasn't a loss, but I can say that my analysis was not thorough. I did not lose any money on this trade, but I also did not make any money on this trade. Next time, I will just pay more attention to where the candles are within that particular session, because if the low has already been hit, then I should be focusing on buys. And once the high has been hit, I should probably focus on sells. So as we can see, this was a very, very, very close call. And I'll just zoom in so that we can see where my entry was and where the market actually went. So I really hope that this was helpful. I hope that it's encouraged you to slow down in your analysis, to be more thorough, to pay attention to the session you're in, pay attention to those session highs and lows, and just really make sure that you're finding the best entry. If you guys have any questions about this video, you can drop them down below in my comment box. And yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. Until next time, rich friends.